Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie, and I am here to do the monthly general reading for the sign of Scorpio for June 20. You know what I almost said? 2013. Where the hell did that come from? Is there something significant for some of you that happened in 2013? Very strange indeed. Okay, who am I going to use here? I've got two pendulums. All right, Felicia it is. Okay, let's get right into your shuffle, Scorpio. For those of you that are new to the channel, these are 5-card spreads. Your first card, your overall energy. Second card is your wealth and finance. Third card is your hearth, your home, relationships, intimate love. Fourth card, challenges, should there be any. Card number 5 is your final message from Spirit. These are general readings which may or may not resonate with you completely, may not at all. They're general readings. If you want something all about you, that would require a personal reading. These readings always at Bay of Fundy are for your sun sign, rising, moon, and your Venus as well. I just listened to an awesome radio show by a friend. She's on, what is it called? WWPPV, the mic. She does she has her own little talk show, The Paranormal and Beyond. She can be found on Facebook, or you can just Google or do a search for Jill Decker. The show is really good. Some interesting stuff there. Wow. It's an hour well spent. Great job there, Jill. Okay. One more run through. Just hearing the song. I can't remember the name of it, but the lyrics are when I die and when I'm dead and gone. If I could hear the song, I'd know every word to it, but it just came into my head. If I wasn't on camera, I would Google it or YouTube it and have it come up. Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio for June? Turning a new corner, turning over a new leaf for some. Somebody's having their innocence threatened, and it's sad. Something about some bare hard truth in Scorpio's face. And if there was any innocent parts left to you, Scorpio, that kind of sealed the deal of losing some kind of innocence. Come on, Scorpio. Give me what's up for Scorpio. Can we have some guidance come in? Some direction? Some answers and some enlightenment? Okay, I'll make this the last run through, and then I will cut the deck. I was going to try to go live with this video. It wasn't happening today. It would save me a lot of time. I thought I'd give I go live within my group on Facebook, Bay of Fundy Fortunes, every now and again, and there's no problem. I was going to go live on YouTube and then have the group come in there as well. And no, it's not going to happen right now. I would have to spend time getting ready and setting it up. I've never done a live video on YouTube before. But I'm thinking on it because these are too exhausting to have to spend. There's time before the camera goes on that things have to be done to get ready. I have to center myself, dress myself, a little bit of makeup on, so you're, publicly presentable. But then there's the other side of it, spiritually, intuitively. where I'm asking the universe to bring forward anything that needs to be brought forward for the sign of Scorpio in this case. And then we do the video. Where are we? 6 minutes in. Sorry about that. I like to get right to it, but there's things that need to be done. Now, where did that go? For heaven's sakes. Is that it right there? Okay. That's my candle thing. I'm going to do that at the end of the reading. This might be a half an hour long. It could be shorter. It could be longer. But about good 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the length of the video, has to be spent being processed. And that takes time before it even gets to YouTube to be uploaded. And then it needs to be resized and all that. Everything all in total. There's over an hour and a half right there till we get to, I say, upload. And the upload itself usually takes anywhere from, it depends again on the size of the video, it could be an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. So then again, so, you know, the time that we're talking per video, when if you just do a live reading, it's always there. The playback option is there. You don't have to be present for the live reading unless you really want to be. And the only thing is I don't have my Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, my tiles in the beginning. That would kind of bother me a bit. But anyway. All right. So I'm going to pull the camera down 7 minutes in. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's go. Very first card. Your overall energy. Scorpio. Nice. Strength and stability. Oh, discovering how strong you really are. There's a wake-up call for somebody. Oh, yeah. Yes. Your wealth and finances. Look who we got. This beauty right here. This star. How nice for you, Scorpio. Your next card. Your hearth, home, family, relationships. We're looking here at the Tower. Your fourth card are your challenges, should there be any. The Five of Pentacles. Well, the reading was good while it lasted. And the Two of Swords. Funny, I pulled this card earlier today. I don't know why I did, but I pulled it. Isn't that funny? And there it is. I pulled it for no reason. I just reached over to my deck and I pulled a card, and that's the one that came up. It's at the end of your reading, so it shows some significance here. We're looking here now. These two major arcana cards right here lessen the degree of any negativity in the rest of the reading. So, and for those of you that you're feeling this may not resonate with you at all, I'm not telling you to, but I'm suggesting come back at the end of the month, at the end of June, and see if anything's resonated with you within this reading. Because it so happens that it usually does. I've had people tell me that. I did what you suggested. I came back at the end of the month. But at the first of the month, it was like, none of that means anything to me. None of it resonates with me. And they come back at the end of the month, and it was wow. The thing is, when something doesn't resonate, because tarot, sorry, get yakking, eh? Turn the camera on. I got this frog. It won't go away, so I'm sorry. What was I saying? Tarot's never wrong. Tarot is never wrong. Ever. And tarot reading is all a part of fortune telling, and fortune telling is the telling of the future. A lot of it hasn't happened yet for most. Okay, so let's dive right in. This is a great card. I like this card. I've always liked this card. Determination coming off this card. Scorpio, you are determined. And you are going to discover, Scorpio, that you are stronger. And it's not an overall thing. This isn't a particular situation that you're dealing with. And when it comes to that situation, your strength knows no bounds at all. Your courage knows no bounds. It's almost like a mother and her children. She would shove them to the side and take a hit from a transport rather than grab a hold of them and try to run with them. She would just with them, and knowing within that 2 split seconds that she's going to get hit. The kids will not, but she will. And nothing will stop her. If taking that brunt force impact is going to save her children, she'll take the brunt force impact. And I know not everybody's a good mother. There's probably maybe in a few of you listening in. You're saying, well, I was a terrible mother, or I am a terrible mother. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I don't know. Because not everybody's meant to be mothers. That's why I'm not going to sit here and fill you with bullshit and go, yes, you are. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. I've seen some horrible mothers should have never been parents at all. Maybe in the bigger picture, if it came right down to it, they would sacrifice their life to save their child, even though they were a shitty mother. And 99.9% of the time, put it out there, she didn't give a shit about her kids. But maybe she would die for them. I'll give you that. When it come right down to it. But that's the kind of energy I'm talking about here. This is edge of your seat. You don't even know what you're going to do next. When you're in this situation, whatever it is, you don't even know what your reaction is going to be. You know what your intentions are. You know what your plans are. And when you get into the heat of the moment, what plans, what intentions? I got something. I'm going to make my own tongue bleed if I don't say something or do something. So I'm getting this energy with this. And you can see by looking just at the artistry of the card. He is bound, hell, and determined. He's freeing the fish. He's breaking them free with his bare hands. Now, fishing nets are mostly made of nylon. You can't rip nylon with your bare hands. You'd slice your hands all apart. You'd be in a mess. But I tell you, it's like he just parted a set of curtains. He didn't feel the pain. He didn't feel the strength that it took. He just knew, get them out of there, set them free. And he did. In this situation, Scorpio, you're trying to set yourself free in some manner. Free from something that's not really conducive to your mental and emotional health. And you're trying to break free from this propriety, is what I'm hearing. Following the status quo. What do we do? What do we do in situations like this? Anything like me, you wouldn't even think that way. You just say there's a problem, there's an issue, and I'm heading into it. And try to keep my temper even so you don't come off, because you can't present yourself. There's something you have to remember. Try to not break down and cry if you get that frustrated to cry. Try to keep yourself calm, because the minute you show the feminine side, the softer side of you, and be it come through tears or whatever, nobody takes you seriously in those situations. Nobody. It's like a courtroom. You go into a courtroom and you go in there half-cocked and all emotional, showing your anger, showing your fear, showing your tears, showing your hurt, whatever. And then people start going like, oh, what's the weather doing out there today? This kind of thing. They don't, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I can come up with different reasons what could be, but it doesn't matter. I'm a real person. And I know some people tell me, they say, when I first met you, I was scared to death of you. Just terrified. Oh, I hope she doesn't talk to me. Don't talk to me. He said that I, kind of, this is like on the job kind of thing. And then I had to talk to you. And I found out in like 10 minutes, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I love you to pieces. I want to eat you up, What it is, it's I can think of so many stories where I've said things that may have been considered inappropriate, but I didn't like the way it was directed at me, and I just gave it back with a straight face and very calm and very together about it. Thank you very much. I didn't show any emotion. You've got to learn to do that in this situation. This is the one thing in your life, Scorpio. It's your Achilles heel, we might say. Where this is the one thing, a Scorpio, that can break you like that. The one thing that haunts you. If you could get on top of it. It's like you're trying to climb to, I don't know, but this impossible path, and it's straight up all the way, and you're trying to climb it, and you can't. You just want to get to the top and get over the other side where it'll be downhill all the way. Not so sure there's ever going to be a downhill all the way for you in this situation, Scorpio. But you're being encouraged by this card to stand your ground. Patience will be needed in the face of conflict yet another time. One more time, once again. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed anymore. Take it in baby steps. Okay. Every time I have to deal with this, I won't let myself get overwhelmed. All right. Good. What opposes you is lower than you are. Always. Because anything that's in the opposition is a negative, and anything negative coming to you, Scorpio, is beneath you. You're not down there. You're up here. You've been elevated. Okay? Don't let anybody intimidate you. Don't let anybody bully you. Stand your ground. You can stand your ground and still have compassion. It doesn't mean you turn hardcore. But you're just not letting anybody cross your personal boundaries anymore. Those days are done now. Now it's time for you to put it into place and lock it into place and lock it down. Nobody is going to cross your personal boundaries from here on out. You're not going to stand for it. Don't want to allow yourself to be taken advantage of. This card, basically the overall general meaning, shows strength of character. You have the courage of your own convictions. Are you one of these people that spout off at home, but the minute you get in the situation, you clam right up? That's not right. You need to work on yourself. If you are that person, you do need to work on yourself. You have just as much, I say this so often, you have just as much right to stand up and speak your mind and put it out there as everybody else around you. What sets you apart that you can't? Nothing but yourself. You need to work on that. That's something you need to work on. You don't become aggressive or intimidating either. Don't do that. There's a line you don't cross. It's called confidence and assurance. You can think the way you want. You can say what you want to say, and you have every right to do so. That's all you have to do, is find the courage to do that. Sometimes this card also means the literal return of physical strength and vitality for some. So there could be some of you or one of you that's just coming back from a broken leg, an operation, surgery, a long illness that really drained you and sapped your energy, a long road to recovery, but now you're right on the brink. You're seeing like, I'm almost there. It's going to actually happen. I'm going to actually get through this. That's a wonderful thing for you. Just make sure you stand firm. That's the advice of the card for you. And if morality comes into the picture, doing the right thing or the wrong thing, take the higher moral ground. Always take the higher moral ground. Always. Your character may be being tested, and you may not even realize that. And you're going to handle any challenges that come at you at June without compromise. You won't have to compromise anything of yourself. And you're not going to panic. You're going to get on top of this. What a great card. That shows a real fight going on for you. Standing up and going out. I don't mean like but I mean a metaphorical fight. It's a fight, but you've got a fight on your hands. And you're going in wearing a different uniform this time than before. Put it that way. All right? Star. Finance is a wealth. This is a card of hope. This is a card of optimism. This is a card of, it's special. Some of you are just coming out the tail end of something that you've just been through, which was not pleasant and it was not nice. Maybe it's money. You've been in the poorhouse for a long time. Maybe you've been bankrupt, and now that's over. All of a sudden, you've gone through it and it's done. Now you can get on with your life. Squeezing and pinching pennies. Money coming in, but never being quite sure where the money's coming from. The little bit that you get, is there all the time, but the extra money that kind of pulls you over the hump, you never really know where it's coming from, but usually when you need it, there it is. It comes in. This won't be any different for you. But you're learning some really, really hard lessons. You have learned some lessons through the hard times that you've been through. Now that you're getting past them, you're starting to feel hope again. It's there. It's like back like an old friend. It's very familiar to you. You may be a little weak in one area here. When it comes to your finances, you need to trust more in the universe. Don't feel abandoned. Don't feel alone. Don't let yourself be afraid. Yeah, I don't know what this means. I just heard in relation to what I'm talking about, a break in the case. Whatever that means, a break in the case, a break in the everydayness of your life, a break in the what's expected. What's going to happen is not anything you've expected, for the better, for the good. I see overall for everybody, you're either going to balance out in your financial world, or there's going to be a bit of a jump, which is a good thing. But that's not for everybody. It's general reading. Do you have any real strong financial worries this month looking ahead? Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing. If you always have trouble paying one bill, I don't know, a car payment or something, that may be the same old as it is every other month. But you'll get it paid. That's how you have to look at it. It doesn't matter all that. I'm getting it done. That's what matters, is I'm getting it done. This is a card of growth, and the growth is coming through lessons learned and healing from your past. Breaking patterns and habits, breaking from the old way of doing things, feeling more whole, more fulfilled, big time more level-headed, feeling optimistic about your future as well, knowing there are better days to come. And Tarot wants you to know right now, this card is showing up for you. It wants you to know the growth that you're going through, the changes that you're making, the assertiveness that you're finding within yourself to deal with the outside world. You're on the right path and everything will be just fine. That's what Tarot wants you to know with this card. Your advice is to follow your heart, respond to your inner knowing, listen to your intuition and your inner knowing, same thing. Trust that the universe is going to bring you what it is that you're lacking, so that you can carry these things through. You will have the wherewithal. You will. Some of your keywords are creativity and dreams. Spiritual pathways, healing, rebirth. And another great word I like a lot, and that's wishes. Wishes. Go ahead. Believe in your wishes. Card number 3. We've got the Tower. Of course, it represents something coming apart at the seams, destruction usually. And in the Rider-Waite deck, it is a literal tower being hit by lightning, catching fire, people jumping out windows and all that. This is because it's the oceanic. It's a ship caught out at sea in a perfect storm. Things they didn't see coming that kind of shook things up a bit, but there it is. Some of you are feeling like something's about to slip through your fingers and everything will be out of your control. I think that's just paranoia. I don't think it has any grounds. I don't. I think you're overreacting in your head. You're feeling and almost living your worst fear, and nothing's even happened yet. Part of you keeps saying, I know, I just know. I just know, and it's awful, and I just know. It's just horrible. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to live through this. I don't want to go through this. When can we stop going through this? And in your mind, you've already worked it up. You cranked it up, ramped it up into something. It's overdone. It's an overkill. You've got to get your perspective straight. You've got to clear the smoke from your eyes. You need to see things as they are. Go factual for the next little while. Go only on fact, not on assumptions or presumptions. I'll put it out here because the generic meaning of the card is somebody's feeling like their world is falling apart, feeling like you have no control over any of it, going through some kind of a shock, knowledgeable shock, something that you didn't know and now you do. But that's going to bring a breakthrough, and in a good way for you. Seeing the world in a whole different light now, and it has you feeling vulnerable. Again, the situation you're in doesn't have to be as bad as it is. It's your worst fears that you keep pulling out in front of you. There it is. There it is. Told you so. Really. Maybe you're just too good at manifesting. You want to tone it down. Dial it back a little bit. If you'd be better off, for some of you Scorpios that are this way, to remain in the now as much as you can, because in the now you're grounded. It's reality. It's your physical reality that's around you. And if you take everything moment by moment instead of looking far ahead and bringing up the worst case scenario, you'll be a lot happier. You really will. You've got to train your mind when it starts thinking that way and starts turning poison on you. Focus your direction on something and get your focus somewhere else. It takes training, self-training to do that. And only deal with the unpleasant things that are in the here and now. That's enough for anybody without looking down the road and saying, I just know that's going to happen. Oh, I know that's coming. I know how that's, and I'm not going to stick around and I'm getting out of here and you're half panicked. Stay in the now, deal with the now. Don't waste your future energy, the present energy, on the future that hasn't happened yet. This reading's more about realizations of self. This reading's all about maturity and growing, aging like a fine wine kind of a thing. And finally, for some of you, hitting that sweet spot and say, life's gotten better since I've changed my way of thinking, so therefore I see the world in a different way too. I think differently, I see differently. It's a good thing for you. Know this, for those of you that are going through an extremely hard time right now, whatever it is that's crumbled or come apart or fallen in your life, the ducks are all in a row. We'll say the angels are all in a row in this case. And you're going to be given the wherewithal and the opportunities and the grace from the universe to rebuild and put back together whatever it is that you feel you've lost or you've destroyed, has fallen apart. You're going to have the wherewithal to rebuild whatever's fallen. You need to have faith there. All right? In the meantime, get started on it. Watch everything fall into play after that. Surrender to the universe. Give up control. Your keywords are breakdowns and endings, chaos and surrender, breakthrough, beginnings, and enlightenment. I like the last word. That's showing progress going forward for you. That you're finally, some of you are learning, some of you are getting it. You're having epiphanous moments, a light bulb. They're going off. And it's almost like being given a ticket. Here, we'll let you jump a few spaces ahead in your own personal existence so you can stay a little ahead of the game for a while. That'll build your confidence up. We'll give you a bit of a head start. is what the universe is saying to you. Your next card we're looking at is the Five of Pentacles, and these are your challenges. Wow. I don't know who you are. There's a group of you, a collection of you Scorpios that are sour-minded. It's not everybody. It's just there's a group of you. It's like your thoughts have been tainted. Your belief system has been tainted. Some of you are not feeling any hope at all, and you say, I don't care what card came up. I don't care that star came up. I don't care. I don't have any hope. I gave up on hope a long time ago. Hope was just disappointment for me waiting to happen. Hope became my enemy. Really? You really think so? Then why are you here? Why did you take special note of the star? Why are you here if you don't believe? And if you don't believe in hope especially, why are you here in the first place? You know why? Because you're the desperate, most desperate of the desperate people, the most desperate Scorpions, because you want to believe. You're looking for that. That's why you're here. Somebody's saying, tell me something, Natalie, that's going to pull me back in there, because that's where I want to be. You find it within yourself, but you can't do that alone. You've got to surrender to the universe and let it guide you and get the F out of your own way. No control freaks are allowed in that realm. You've got to sit back. You're the one that's being tended to. All right? But you need to do what the universe is leading you to do and stop fighting with them so much about it. All right? That's all I can tell you. And this card, like, just brought that out. It really did. It was like, why you? Of all cards. Don't like it. It's all about abandonment in many different ways. It's different for everybody. Some of you are really going through some form of abandonment. That somebody's abandoned you. You've been abandoned by something, somebody. Here's what the bottom line is. In this reading, Scorpio, just for you, it's you. It's you that has abandoned yourself. If you're not there to stand by your own side and defend yourself, speak up for yourself, do the best things for you, give yourself the best that you can do, and you've abandoned yourself, you don't care. Again, why are you here? Because it's where you are is not where you want to be. You are not alone. You're not born with any preconceived notions. Yes, you were. Yes, you were planned to be here. You're meant to be here. It was a gift that was given to you to be here. It's just part of the journey, but you're not alone. None of us are alone. Maybe in the physical world some of you are. I do know some of you live alone and you struggle. I do know that. And I'm not talking financially. I'm talking just within the humanity of the world. You struggle because you're alone. If everybody around you is not alone and they all have family and they've got friends, people they know, people that they love and love them and spend time, what are you doing? What are you doing that you don't have that? Have you taken that stinger and using it on yourself? You cannot abandon yourself. It's not part of your write-up. It's not part of your destiny. It's not part of your makeup. You've just been angry. That's all. And you've ignored yourself and neglected yourself on many different levels. You need to get the peace back in your life again. The knowing. Knowing that you're not alone and feeling that with every fiber of who you are. You're not. If you're physically alone in this world, you've got to do something about that. If it bothers you, if it doesn't, you're like me, it doesn't bother you. I like my alone time. I'm my own best company. I have a blast with myself. I don't have anybody else tell me to turn the music down. I crank it. I don't care. If I want to lay down and have a nap at 5:30 in the afternoon when everyone else is having their dinner or supper, I go have a flippant nap and I love it. Nobody to tell me what I can and can't do. You can be your own best friend. Maybe some of you were like me. You say, I don't have any hang-ups like that. I just like being, but you're not all like that. And some of you are really feeling this, feeling alone in the world has to be the worst thing of all. You know, you can put on 50 pounds, would never feel as bad as this. You could, all kinds of things could happen, and nothing feels as bad as this. But being completely in this world with so many humans and so much life in it, and there you are, lifeless and alone. It's not my personal thoughts. What's being driven here is you need to work on you. If you're not happy being alone, literally alone in the world, then do something about it. Tarot reading's not going to fix it for you. But a tarot reading will get in your face and tell you what's going on. You don't see it, and it'll even tell you, I know you see it, you just keep ignoring it. Then don't complain about it when you're alone. Don't sit and cry that you feel abandoned by the whole world. When you're not willing to do anything for yourself, you need to be your own best friend. You become your own best friend. People are going to notice, and they're going to like it, and they're going to be drawn to you. In the end, it's up to you if you let them in or not. But you become your own best friend. You put yourself first. Take care of you the way you take care of a baby. Pour the love on. Make sure your needs are met. You wouldn't let a baby go with a shitty diaper and miss a meal. Why would you? Not that you wear diapers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. This card sometimes brings about financial challenges. Oh, we all have them every day. If you don't, you're not human. You know, that's what cracks me up about the world. You know, I was out with my friend on the weekend and watching people come and people go. And the city that I grew up in, which is a 30-minute highway drive away, which is where we were, is you go up Rossay Avenue, it's this big, long stretch, you know, in the middle of the city. And on either side, you can see car lots and restaurants. Car lots and restaurants. Car lots and restaurants. And we're talking, you know, we're talking BMW dealers, you know, Mercedes dealers, Mazda dealer, you know what I'm saying? And people driving around in these big expensive cars. How come none of these people are ever my neighbors, right? That's what everybody says. That's what we were saying, although I did have some on one side. But still, like I said to my friend, I said, Linda, you notice the nice, expensive, high-end vehicles in this city? For a city so poor? Because St. John's considered a poor city. It's the oldest incorporated city in Canada, but it's in the province of New Brunswick here, and we call New Brunswick the forgotten province, the have-not province. The government seems to forget about us down here at this end of the country. That's where those things come from. But I said to her, who are these people? Who are these people driving the BMWs, Lexus, Infiniti, all the fancy cars? Who are these people? And if they're not, maybe it's all just appearances, you know, and it could be. But you need to fork over a lot of this to run a vehicle like that, like any of the ones that I listed. And you look, and I said to her, everybody goes around the city, in the stores, shopping, doing whatever, like they've got endless amounts of money. They don't even look at the bill when they're paying for stuff. They laugh like they got endless amounts. And you know what? They're not much better off than you or me. But everybody wants to put that air out there. It's not reality. I don't give a crap what people think. I do. I've said this a lot in my readings. Yes, we all want to be liked, and I'm no different there. But in the bigger picture of my life, I don't care if people drive by and my driveway's always empty. It's because I don't have a car or a truck. You know, I love it when I get company because it shows there's life in this house. It's not abandoned. It's not that we're all gone to work from this house and you can break in like they tried to do a year or so ago here. 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, I have people. I'm in the bathroom, curling my hair, doing my hair, and I hear people breaking in. Beautiful, sunny, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. I've got no vehicle in my yard. Puts me at danger. It makes it look, and that was their MO. They would break in while you were at work during the daytime. They'd go by driveways and then we'd see a car, and it looks like somebody's living there. Well, let's try that place, you know? So the guy heard me coming, and I was 2 seconds, literally 1-2 footsteps from seeing the top of his head coming up my stairs. And there was more than one, and they ran. But it's all because it looked like there was nobody here. We're either gone to work for the day or the house is empty, either one. I don't have curtains to this part of my house, no, because I don't need them. I'm up 1 story. There's nobody walking by my windows, right? Bedroom windows in the front, they have curtains because they face the front of the road. But the place sometimes does look. Now we're coming into spring, and I'm going to keep up with the old tradition my husband and I had before he died. We don't mow the lawns until the dandelions are done. The bee is now on the endangered list. That was that announcement was made a week or so ago. I know it's a long reading. So we leave the dandelions and the weeds out until they're done their season, and then we mow. I don't have a lawnmower. I used to have to borrow my neighbor's, and when last summer was my first summer on my own after my husband died. He's been gone about 1.5 years now. He came down and he mowed my lawn for me when it needed it. But he's a lobster fisherman, a scallop fisherman, a clam digger, and he's gone almost 24/7, and I don't want him knocking himself out to come over here to do that this year. I'm going to have to invest in a lawnmower because that's another thing that makes a house look abandoned. And you got people, they're rovers, and they break in and they want to have somewhere to sleep for the night, or, you know, those people are all over the world. And I don't want somebody just walking into my house and then discovering that, oh, somebody lives. I don't want that. I need, you know, something to, has anybody got no boat, no 4-wheeler? Come park it in my yard. I'm getting creative. I'm going, what can I put in my yard other than, I'll put flowers, but you know, young guys wouldn't notice that as a sign that someone's here. It's summer. There's flowers everywhere. They wouldn't notice flower baskets. They wouldn't notice things like that. But if they'd notice a vehicle, they'd notice a big piece of machinery or something like that. Where am I going with this? Anyway, people pretending to be something that they're not. See, you, Scorpio, for you this applies to. For you that this applies to. You're trying to meet expectations and put on that public face, and none of it's real. And there you are knocking yourself out trying to do you know what I mean? You're trying to be up with the status quo. Mostly the status quo is phony as goddamn hell. I'm telling you, I've been around long enough and I've known enough people that everybody puts that front up. I do when I go out. I'm out in public. I put out to the world, I'm just great. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. Everything's just wonderful. And most times it is, but not all the time, you know. But Scorpio, some of you are really delving into the deeper end of that. And you've got to start clawing your way out or swimming your way out of it. I'm encouraging you and suggesting you just be you for your own sake, okay? So we're stopping with that one, and we're picking up the last card. This is going to be almost an hour-long reading. I'm sorry, guys. 2 of Swords. This is pretty straightforward. At a crossroads. You got to turn that corner or turn that new leaf. Before I even started the cards, I got that message, and here it is. You've got to make a decision. You've got to make a choice. Now. It's come down. Ow. It come down to that. I didn't mean to make that noise. I didn't hurt myself. Decisions have to be made here. You're at a crossroad. You're feeling tension, you're feeling indecision, and you're feeling like you're locked in conflict over something. This power is 2 things. You got to go to the right and you got to go to the left, right? And this may not even be your fault. It could be something you've been pulled into, and it's been left with you at your doorstep. You've got to make a choice or a decision here. And here's the thing about this choice of decision, this crossroads. You're afraid to move one way or the other. What if it's the wrong? What if I go the wrong way? Here's the thing. It's not about right and it's not about wrong. Okay? It's about what's the best fit. That's what you're looking for. What is the best fit? It takes some decision. Some of you may be thinking so hard and concentrating for so long on this, trying to make a choice. You're too close to it now. You can't see the forest for the trees because you've been at it too long. The advice of the card is for you to take a break, step back, go do something else, then come back with a fresh set of eyes, because there could be a really obvious clue that you're missing. You go right or you go left. And you may be very angry and upset when you realize that flippin' clue, that answer was there the whole time. Why didn't I see it the first time? Oh my goodness, I got it. And you're mad at yourself. It's okay. It's okay. You've made your decision, because Tarot wants you to know not making a choice or a decision is not an option. You have to pick one way or the other. This could have to do with somebody moving. Which way do I go, literally? Do I go east or do I go west? This could be because you were thrown into the situation. Maybe you're losing your home, or you were living in a home, or renting an apartment or a condo, and there's other stuff going on around you have no control over, and you're being forced to move. That could be it. This could be jobs. This could be relationships, situations, and happenings. Just shit going on in your life. But you have to move. You can't stay right there in the middle. You've got to go left. You've got to go right. Do your homework. Look at the bigger picture. If I take this choice, what's the bigger picture look like? Take this one, what's the bigger picture down the road look like? Where do you want to see yourself? Do you even know? Scorpio, you got some work to do on you for this month. I'm ending it right there. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the reading. Here we go again. I'm going to finish the way I started. God, that's awful. Anyway, I think there's dust or stuff that comes up when you turn your computer on, and I think because I'm fine till I do that. Turn it on, and you just feel it. I hope you liked the reading. Please subscribe, like, and share, comment on the reading. If you'd like to have personal reading with me, look down below this video window in the Show More section. Or description section, whatever you want to call it. It's different on everyone. Anyways, and everything is right there. So you just grab the email you see from me right there and just mail it off and entitle it reading, and I'll get you taken care of. And if you want to join us on Facebook, we're on Facebook as well. We're closed and private. What goes on in Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook stays in Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook. For anybody else, if you're looking for me, you don't find me here, you know what? I was tempted. I haven't been out walking in about a week because we've had nothing but miserable rain and wind and cold. That's no fun. Today, it's late this afternoon, all half the day was wet. And now the sun's shining. Maybe I'll do it after I shut the camera down. But I was about to take myself for a little bit of a walk down to the beach. Normally, that's where you'll find me if I'm not right here. You'll find me walking along the water's edge, down at the cove, on the beach. That brings in the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful, the bountiful, the Bay of Fundy. That is a fact. Google it, the Bay of Fundy, F-U-N-D-Y. And that's my inspiration. That's what drives me. That's what makes my heart beat. That's what brings out the passion in me. And the Bay of Fundy Fortunes was born right here on the Bay of Fundy. Put it that way. Anyways, please, I'd like for you to keep the peace in, so you can share the love and that light out with the rest of the world. And whether you realize it or not, you're living your life every second of every day under the microscope of the universe, and everything counts. And everything is seen. And once you let that sink in, and you think about it, and it really embeds itself in you that I'm under a microscope, it can literally change your life and everything about it, from the way you think to the way you feel to the way you live. Believe me, it's true. I hope you all have a beautiful June. I wish summer would get here. It doesn't feel like it, even though the sun's out. It's chilly. We're at about 48, 49 degrees right now. So if I go for a walk, I'm going to have to bundle up. But it's a beautiful world, people. It's a beautiful world. But anyways, yes, live your life as if it's under the microscope of the universe, because it is. I hope to be back to do the mid-months on June. Knock on wood. And it's real wood. I hope to see you all then. Have a good one. Bye. As if this video wasn't already long enough, I forgot to do my candle, and I've got to do it on this one. Don't I, Michelle? Anyway, the candle I'm burning for the June monthly readings here, right here, is Majestic Rose. For those that are new, these are 100% soy-based candles. When the wax melts down, they leave a beautiful reveal, such as things like trees of life, and I have many different styles from the candles, and beautiful caged crystals, pendants. That's amethyst right here. Beautiful pendants. I don't know how many of those I have, and they're just gorgeous. They have a 40-hour plus clean burn. Michelle timed one not long ago, from start light up to finish, and it was 48 hours it burned altogether. That's pretty good. So it's a 2-wick candle. You can see how big they are, right? In the palm of my hand. The can is the same width and circumference. The candle. These are 100% handcrafted as well. They're running a special, as they've been for the last few months. You get 10% off your order if you use the promo code BOFF10, stands for Bay of Funny Fortunes, the number 10. They have a special on right now. There's 2 candles that they have on sale while supplies last. It's the lemon meringue and the kiwi pie. It's $5 off each one. So if you went in and you said, I'm using my promo code and I want one of those lemon ones, that's quite a little bit of savings right there for you. They do ship internationally, and you can email them if you are international, way over on the other side of the world. Wherever you want them mailed to, they'll mail them out. So anyways, yes, go to intuitivecandles.com. You get these beautiful, beautiful reveals. The candle itself, the smells, the scents. This is Majestic Rose, and it's the real deal. I'm telling you, as close as you can come. You will not be disappointed. The lemon is lemon. I mean, the scents are as close as anybody could ever get, and they're beautiful. Anyway, that's it for now. Have a good time. Bye.